Today I'm going to show you how to replace a dryer seal that's leaving marks on laundry items. Now you may want to check my other video about how to clean this first, because sometimes just cleaning it is enough. This one was also missing a screw on the left hand side, which I happen to have one in my pouch, so I was able to replace it, so that may have been causing this. But here's how to replace the seal. Okay, today I got a dryer seal that needs to be replaced on the back drum. Now you might have seen my other video where sometimes if you have clothes that are coming out marked, you can clean this back seal, and usually that's good enough, but every once in a while, after a bunch of years, it needs to be replaced. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Now you want to either turn out the breakers or unplug the machine, and what we're going to need to do is remove the back drum. It's not too bad, but what you got to do is you got to pull down the front panel. This is on a stackable Kenmore, and the way you pull down the front panel is it's got these little spring deals, so you pull this down and then pull the panel forward. Nice and easy. You don't want to bend it or break it. And when you put these in, you want to make sure you pull those back down, because it pulls this piece down and allows you to set it back in place, and you don't want to bend these or you'll be in more trouble. Okay. And it's probably a good idea when you're doing this repair to vacuum everything out. So or do that after everything's all together. But next we've got two screws that hold the front panel in. This one was missing one of the screws, so I had to make a replacement for that. One on each side. And now we're going to lift and pull part off, and what we'll need to do is disconnect the door switch, which is right here. Which I probably should have got before I pulled the door off, but that's okay. Anyway, there it is. There's the door switch, and now there's our dryer drum. And we're going to need to pull the belt off, and then pull the dryer drum out. The belt's right here. I might switch to another camera to put some light on it. Okay, there it is. You can see the drum and the motor. So basically we're just going to pull this over and unhook it, and once we're finished we'll reset it. Next what we need to do is take out the screws that are up top here. At least a couple of them, just enough to be able to move this wall over so we can pull the drum out. And we're just going to take them out on this one side. Right here. Oh. And I got to switch to my other. The nice thing about the 6-in-1 is it really has everything that you need. Well, not everything that you need, but you know what I mean. It's really good for getting into these washing machines, because all the different settings really work out really good. So, okay, so now we're going to pull this sidewall over, and that's going to give enough room to pull out the dryer. So here goes that. There we go, and there's our back seal. Okay, so here's the seal, and you can see which way it goes, the braided. Definitely should have used like a surface mat, or at least put like a plastic bag down or something before starting this. I wound up having to vacuum and clean the carpet afterward, so putting down a surface mat or at least some plastic would have prevented that. It's glued down to the machine, and then the front side is just curled up in front. Okay. So here's our new one, and you can see what color it was at one point, as well as what color it is not anymore. Okay, so there it is. And basically just going to take my flat blade screwdriver, get underneath there, just enough to peel it off of the adhesive. And may have to use a knife or something to really get under there. The adhesive is pretty strong. Okay. There it goes. Once you get it started, you're going to have to just tear it all out, all the way around. Okay. And now we're ready to install it. Just do a dry fit real quick. And then we'll need to install our adhesive. Of course, the tricky part will be getting this all on with the adhesive on there. Anyway, wow. Alright, there it is. It's all on all the way around. Did the dry fit. Everything's good there. Okay, and that's the new seal. Okay. And so now we've got the adhesive. Yeah, it's a special adhesive that it came with. Okay. And it says to put it on and then let it dry for 1 minute. So that's what I'm going to do. Just gotta let it sit up, and it's some ugly stuff here. Ugly sticky stuff. Do not want to get in the dryer. Just going to go all the way around. The outside, and then we'll wait 1 minute. It's been 1 minute now, so I'm going to go ahead and get this done, put it on. Here we go. And I'm going to take precaution not to get the glue on the ring portion. Got it on pretty good all the way around to there. And now is just the tricky part. Yeah. So far, so good. Definitely a good idea to wear gloves for this job to prevent get the adhesive on your hands. Okay, and it's on all the way around. And so we're good there. That's the dryer seal. Let's see, we've got it all the way around and we're ready to put it into place. So now we're just going to press the seal down all the way around just to make sure we've got a really good bond for our glue. Alright, we're good there. I've got plenty of adhesive left over, so that'll be good for something. Okay, and now we're ready to reinstall the dryer drum. So let the fun begin. Okay, so basically I'm just going to rehang the dryer belt over the drum. And I can use the belt to kind of lift it up into place as I go to set it in. And there we go. Get the belt back in. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to lift the drum and set it back on the wheel rollers. Get it all the way inside first. There we go. And it's on. Okay. And there's our belt. Okay. Okay, and then I can reset the belt, which we're just going to pull that pulley over. Okay, we're going to loop it underneath the idler pulley. And then we're going to pull the belt over onto the deal, just like that. Okay, and the rib side goes down towards the wheel. And then we'll just kind of turn it, make sure everything turns. Okay, next we're going to use like a flat blade screwdriver, and we're going to make sure that that deal inside is all the way around. We want to make sure that the belt is positioned properly. And it is. That's good. Okay. So next is going to be putting our screws back in up top. And again, just positioning the door next is the screws up top. And we've got the slightly smaller screw, goes in the center, in the very center one. And then the larger screw goes in the front one here. And I've got to kind of move it over. Okay, got both of our screws set there. Next we're going to need our front panel. And I'm just going to want to rotate the drum, make sure everything rotates like it should. And it does, so that's good. And now we're going to want to reset the front panel. And you can see these hooks here. It's got two teeth basically that stick up, and that's going to go into the square notched holes, and there's one on each side. And you're going to need to kind of open the door and position the drum up and in, like so. So there's a combination of things going on. You've got the hooks as well as the drum, so all kinds of fun. There we go, I'm on the hooks, and now we can anchor our door. That's good. Then we'll want to reconnect our disconnect switch, which is right there. Okay. So there's the disconnect switch. Seems I lost my flash, but I guess we're okay. Okay. Now we're able to test it out. Okay, so now I'm ready to set the bottom panel. Again, you don't want to force anything here, just gently holding it up and then making sure to pull down the spring clip first before gently pressing it into place and then releasing the spring so that anchors up underneath the panel holder. Same on both sides, did the same thing on the other side there. And then we'll be able to test out the system. Again, you don't want to force anything closed there to prevent bending the spring arm clips. So now we're ready to test it out, and we're going to make sure that the entire seal is riding on the front of the drum there. And it is. Good to go. Nice new seal. No longer going to be pinching the clothes, and part of what might have been happening here is this one was missing a screw there, so it may have been allowing a little bit of a gap where items might have been getting caught in between that seal. Either way, the seal was deteriorating and leaving marks on the clothes, so time to replace it. Everything's new now, all screws are in place.